Hello, my darling dolls. How are you? This is your girl Sim back with another episode of the Sim Squad. Hi. So continuing with my Shaghaf series from Swiss Arabian. So this set actually did not have this white guy over here, the Abiyat. It had the Shaghaf men. And what I want to tell Shaghaf, the Swiss Arabian team, this is what the this is what the collection should have been. But then you added that blue guy who, like, I really did not like that perfume. So I'm going to be reviewing these three. Oh, by the way, if you buy it like in a set like this, it's like much more cost effective. So maybe you want to like check that out. If you like Oudi perfumes, only then, because these are all literally called Shaghaf Oud. So they have Oud in it. So yeah. So basically this was the original Shaghaf Oud, which went viral. It was everywhere on TikTok, Instagram, YouTube. I think every perfume reviewer has reviewed this one and this one for sure. The other ones, I'm not too sure, but like I know these guys are like really famous. They all look the same. It's the same bottle, just different colors. And the back is, which one shows the back properly? Okay, let's see the black one. So let's start with the first one. I have my notes in front of me because your girl has been losing her mind, and my brain has become like a sieve, you know. Put something in it, it just like, it retains some things, but then most of it is like, you know, gone. So yeah, I'm gonna rely on my notes, and I put down everything in my calendar. Like I just can't rely on myself anymore. And I'm not that old, by the way. So like initially I was like, I went to the doctor, I'm like, I think I have dementia, and he's like, stop it, like just stop self-diagnosing yourself. So yeah. So let's start with the first one, which is the original Shaghaf Oud. This one is so highly rated. It is like categorized as a sweet oud. So I'm just, you know, just on top of my head, when I first sprayed this, I was like 100%. This is going to be one of those typical Arabian perfumes which has rose and oud. This was rated 4.15 on Fragrantica, and to have rating above 4 on Fragrantica means it's a good perfume. So this was compared to Lancome Oud Bouquet, and yes, it is. Oh, it's so sweet. It's like immediately there's like the agarwood woodiness, which is the oud, and the rose sweetness, and it's like the jammy rose. It's not the dry rose. It's like a very sweet jammy rose. Yeah, it's like burnt oud, the oud sticks, and you have you're having strawberry jam for some reason, or cooking strawberry jam. You know, it's like you can smell it. The middle notes are, okay, sorry, the top note was saffron and the middle notes were agarwood and rose. So I guess the sweetness is coming from saffron as well. But like for a change, the saffron is not medicinal. It is like, smells nice. And then your base notes are again agarwood, praline and vanilla. So it's like a lot of sweetness. So it's literally your oud and all the sweet notes that you can think of, bam, you know, it's all there. A strictly one spray perfume. Like even on this, I shouldn't have sprayed like 2-3 puffs. I think one was enough. This will project like crazy. Like if I sprayed this on this corner of the room, it's going to project all the way to the entrance of the house, because it is like really there. Yeah, the presence, you can feel it. This is somebody who's like a little obnoxious. They don't like care about what people think. They just like walk in the room and they're like owning the room. I'm kind of dressed up like that as well. You know, today, like the whole look, I feel it's something from like Melrose Place, or what was that old series called? Dallas, was it? Was it Dallas, in which everyone was like extremely like dressed up, like, or was it Bold and the Beautiful? It's one of those. And they had this character in it who was a little obnoxious, and she would just be like all red and gold and black and, you know, the animal prints and stuff. So I'm a little bit feeling like that right now. I would reserve this for evening wear and formal occasions, because this is definitely not your day-to-day perfume. This is an Oud Rose Bomb. It's like an explosion of oud and rose. It is definitely very hypnotic. It has this very sexy quality to it, because that jammy rose like becomes a little smoky. So the agarwood, I guess it's like it's the actual agarwood smell, and then it's like the burning agarwood smell as well, which is one of my favorite scents in the world, right? The burning oud is like, wow. You know, in the beginning I was like, whoa, obnoxious, you know, but now, like, and very quickly, so like within 5 minutes it has become like a, I don't know if you've ever tried the Rose Turkish Delight, like the good quality one, not the cheap ones that come in the box. The actual, like the big rolls you get with the rose, the dry rose stuck on it with dried fruits and everything. and it tastes like creamy. Although it's not creamy, there's no milk in it, but you just feel when you're having it, it has a tanginess, the rosiness, the sweetness, and it has like a little bit of that creaminess. It's smelling exactly like that. Like this is literally taking me back to our Turkey trip, roaming around in the Grand Bazaar, the Grand Market, the Grand Souk, whatever they call it, you know, and smelling all the Turkish delights. This is like, if you're a wallflower, this is not for you. Like if you're a wallflower, you don't want to be visible, you want to stay out of people's eye. If you're like, but if you're a social butterfly and you like everybody just look at you and say, oh my gosh, how beautiful is this person, wear this. It's like so gorgeous. This is a very extrovert smell. And if it was a zodiac sign, I would say this is definitely a Leo. This is definitely unisex. I will give this 8 out of 10 just because I cannot wear this like everywhere. And I have to be really in the mood to wear this. That's why it's an 8 out of 10. The longevity is 8+ hours. The sillage is like projection. It is like 8 feet at least. Like I'm telling you, like from the one corner of the room to the other corner. And if I had to give this a celebrity, who should I give this to? The thing is, like, it should be like somebody who's like a Leo, and I don't know the celebrity zodiac signs, but I would just imagine their persona to be like that. This would definitely be a woman, not a man, although this is a unisex perfume. I would give this to Sofia Vergara. I think this is very Sofia Vergara. She's very sexy, she's very like charming, she's very like, she catches everyone's attention, like, you know, like obviously she's like a goddess like body, and like she's amazing. So yeah, I would give this to Sofia Vergara. For the next one, let's do Oud Aswad, which is like the black oud. And this is like exactly how it is. It's like Shaghaf Oud, but noir. This is compared to DNG Velvet Tender Oud, and I have never tried that perfume, so I don't know what that smells like. This is your smoky woody oud, and I much prefer this one to the original Shaghaf, although this one has got a lower rating, but still above 4. This is 4.05 out of 5, which is like still amazing. This I have smelled before. In my childhood, there were many like local perfumes that would smell like this. Like, I don't know if it was still Swiss Arabian in a different packaging. I'm not sure because I don't have the memory to remember like things from my childhood. But this is something I have smelled before, and that's why I like it even more, because it's nostalgic for me. The top notes for this are rose, saffron, woody notes, and thyme. Middle notes are rose, agarwood, patchouli, cumin, coriander, and jasmine. And the base notes are oud, leather, amber, sandalwood, musk, and vanilla. Oh my gosh, I can't stop smelling it. So like, this is everything. This is like really powerful. This is bringing back memories like of my childhood, like when we were like all so happy, we all were living together, and we were all young and energetic and didn't have a care in the world. The only thing we used to worry about was homework. And this is the cold oud, which is like my favorite type of oud. And the name is perfect, you know, it's Aswad, which is noir, black, and this is like definitely a very noir perfume. Like, you know, when people add that noir, this is what I expect them to do. It's like, it just turns dark. It's like, it has like some darkness about it. I mean, this perfume is so beautiful that I literally don't have words to like describe it. I don't know what to say. It's just a very beautiful perfume. The rose is not too jammy, it's a little dry. Everything is a little bit more dry, and I like that. And by the way guys, none of the Shaghaf Ouds, Shaghaf, the other one which is still alright, Shaghaf Ouds are not blind buys. None of them are blind buys. You need to actually have a decant or smell it in a shop and then buy it, because if you don't like oud, these are very oud dominant, and you will smell the oud. People around you will smell the oud. So if you're not comfortable wearing oud, skip this one. And I know I'm gonna say this and put some people off, but it does smell a little church, mosque kind of a vibe, but not in a orthodox way. It smells peaceful. Like, it gives you that sereneness and tranquility, and beauty. It's exuding beauty. And it smells like many of these bakhurs that we burn. I hope you've watched my video, like I had posted it recently. It smells very much like that. It's like your typical bakhur. When you burn it, it smells like this. So it is definitely smoky. I would just give this a 10 out of 10. It's a unisex 10 out of 10. I would wear this. I would wear this a lot. I would wear this. I would dare wear it, like even in the evenings, just going out casually. I would just wear it, you know. And I could wear this on a date night. I wouldn't mind wearing this. This is very, very attractive and in a very nice way. And it's a very mature. So it is not seductive, but it is like loving, comforting. I don't know, maybe this is because of my childhood memories, I'm not sure, but this is again longevity 8 hours plus plus. Projection is definitely 6 feet or more. It's lesser than the original Shaghaf, but definitely 6 feet. And you know, if I had to give this a celebrity, it has to be somebody really calm, you know, like Zen. I would give this to Keanu Reeves, the Constantine by Keanu Reeves, the Constantine version, Keanu Reeves version. This is him. Like he would be probably smelling of this and cigarettes. And the last one from this collection is Shaghaf Oud Abyad, which is white. Let's spray this. Okay, this is very different from the other two. So this is compared to Amouage Interlude Man, and I have not tried it. This has got 4.15 out of 5, which is still higher than my favorite, but like it's one of the very much appreciated perfume. I've not seen many people talk about this white one, maybe because I follow influencers who are women mostly, and this is probably like a very masculine scent. The top notes for this are oregano, pimento seeds, and bergamot, very male oriented. Middle notes of myrrh, I have to stop saying myrrh, opoponax, amber, olibanum, and citruses. And the base note is smoke, oud, leather, sandalwood, and patchouli. This is like a proper masculine leaning fragrance. This is not it's not for the faint-hearted. This is like a very powerful person. This is very herbal, but at the same time it's oody, woody, smoky, earthy. It's like everything at the same time, you know. And the spices, it's like a tinge of spice. I guess that's the oregano. That's why it's just a tinge, you know. It's a very Italian spice. You know, one of these days I'm gonna get myself cancelled. Oh my god, this is your oud leather bomb. I would give. You know what? One sec. Do you remember this fellow from my previous videos? This is the Ana Abyad leather. And if you remember, I said this is so leather heavy that you need to mix it with something sweet. This is what you'll get if you mix this with something sweet. They're so similar. The only difference is that this has some sweetness to it, this one does not. But they're in the same league. But this is like... Okay, so Ana Abyad is like... What's funny is like this one's called Ana Abyad. Oh, maybe this is duping this guy. Yeah, because this is an older perfume. Oh, well, that makes sense now. Okay, because this is called Shaghaf Oud Abyad and this is Ana Abyad leather. So, you go figure, you know. It's something like I have not smelled before. It smells like... I don't know if I'm allowed to do this or not. It smells like burning, you know. And this is very animalic. It's very animalic. It is that leather, the barnyard oud. Some resins I've never smelled before. Also smells like luban, when you burn luban, the resins, you know, when you're burning it. I think that's the myrrh and the opoponax. I don't know what the hell that is, but it's smelling like that. I'm also getting sage. Yeah, I guess that's why it smells like burning, you know, because sage smells like that. Oh, man, this is like you've been hit by a comet. And the comet like just delivered, I don't know, some random raisins like on Earth, and it's like on fire and it's heating and it's smoke everywhere. Oh, it's crazy. And by the way, if somebody wears this around me, I would be super intimidated by that person. And if Ali wears this, I would probably be all over him. This is like a good perfume for a man. Oh yeah, I think I'm gonna saddle up Ali if he wears this on you. It's crazy, but this is very beautiful. It's obnoxious, it's dirty, and it's sexy. It's very nice. But this is definitely for a man. I would not wear this at all. I would not let this come anywhere near me. But definitely for Ali. I hope he likes this perfume because he is not very fond of the Ana Abyad leather. But let me try making him wear this. I'll just go and spray it on and he can't do anything about it, you know. So that is it for today, guys. Here was your review, my opinion on the 3 original Shaghaf Oud babies, and I love them all. I am surprised because my previous video was a disaster because the original 2 Shaghafs, the Shaghaf Woman and Shaghaf Man, which is not actually from the Oud collection, not the Shaghaf Oud, it's just the Shaghaf. Those were very disappointing. The 2 of them were like so disappointing, and I don't really care because that was like not so expensive. But if these were like not okay, I would get upset because these are pricey. Not so pricey compared to the designer fragrances, but as compared to Latafa or to Ard Al Zafran or one of those, this is like much more expensive. So for me, it's a thumbs up for all of them. If I had to categorize, I did not categorize this one. Okay, so this one, like it has to be like a man, right? I would give this as Travis Fimmels Ragnar from Vikings. It's that. This is like Travis Fimmel all the way, all the way. Like he is like wild. He's like he has that rawness about him. This is Travis Fimmel. You know what's funny? Like Ali and me would play this game, and maybe like we should play this game as well in the comments. Like we used to do our three. You choose 3 people as your potential partners from the celebrities. Your 3 brothers and 3 sisters and 3 best friends. So you have like these 4 categories. It's so weird because Ali and me kind of like mess around sometimes, and we are like, you know, when you're having dinner or something, we just like have the stupid talks like teenagers, you know, and then we come up with this stuff, and like Ali always have the same. He always has the same people, but my list keeps changing all the time. And what's funny is Ali actually gets jealous. And I'm like, why? It's like so hypothetical, and I'm like, okay, so basically if I mention someone and they will like instantly want me out of all the billions of people, so I need to like calm him down. So like now I've stopped playing this with Ali because like he like gets like super jealous. So I've rambled on for half an hour, and I hope you enjoyed this video, guys. And if you like oud, go for these. If you don't like oud, stay away from it. And I do mention other perfumes as well which are oudless. Arabian fragrances and Middle Eastern fragrances are not all about oud. Most of them are actually oudless because oud is a very expensive ingredient. So not everybody puts oud in their perfumes because that would just raise their cost. But the ones that do, they come out like really well. And anybody who doesn't like oud, I would recommend you start with like a milder oud and slowly grow into it, because once you start liking oud, you can't go back. Alright guys, this is it from me today. I'll see you next time. Please hit like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell if you want to be reminded every time I post a new video. You know, like my outros are always the worst because I'm so excited like throughout the video, and by the end I'm so hyper that my brain is like going faster than my mouth, so my words are like I'm skipping words, and then you guys won't understand me. So let me calm down, and I'll be like, see you guys next time, bye.